I was just doing a bit of casual browsing in B&M and I've stumbled across this novelty balloon arch that comes with 123 balloons and it was £5. And me, along with probably every other person in the shop, looked at this and went, there is absolutely no way that for £5 you actually get something that looks like this. Like, it's gonna cover your whole door. So naturally I bought it and I'm gonna put this together and see if it's actually worth your £5. And if it is, then everyone run out, buy it, and have it up for your Christmas party. So we've got a little pile of red balloons, little pile of white balloons, and then like the next size up, white balloons, loads of the red ones, and then another size up again, loads of red, couple of white, and then these two giant ones, which I think are going to be like these. We've also got this weird ribbon, which I think is going to go around like the big present boxes, like here, because I can't really see where else it would be. And then in terms of like foil balloons, you get 2 of these candy canes. To be fair to them, these are absolutely huge. 2 of these, which I don't know what these are. I think these are going to become square, and these are the present. 3 of these like star-shaped ones. And then 4 of these swirly candy ones. The one thing that I will say really hate about this is these are blue. Like, this is not the camera doing weird things. These have got like a weird blue tinge to them, and I feel like that's just going to ruin the entire vibe of the whole thing. And then you also get a ton of these like glue dots, which I suppose is going to be to like glue everything together. Some tape. Is this tape? What is this? Some tape like stuff. This looks like, and you're not even gonna be able to see that. Can you see like in the sheen? It's like, I guess you put the balloon through it. Is it so you don't have to tie the balloons? I actually don't know if anyone knows what it's for, please let me know. And then some red tape / ribbon. And it comes with absolutely no instructions whatsoever, no like link to website, tutorial, or anything, so we are entirely guessing. I found this random tube from one of my physio balls, and you sort of just like poke it in here. But I might pass out if I blow up all these balloons in one go. And then it somehow just stays closed. So that's like the present. So I think it's supposed to be this present. We've got the red balloon and then a piece of this silver foil, but obviously I, with the lack of instructions, don't know how we make that happen. Ouch. I mean, that works, but there's not enough for me to actually tie a bow in it. That is, I assume, how you're supposed to do it. I only blew this one up like 20 minutes ago and it's already gone down quite a lot, so I feel like the valves on them are not very good. So we've done all of the foil balloons, and to be honest, they're pretty big. It's currently looking fairly promising, to be honest. I'm a bit worried about the other like 110 tiny balloons that I'm gonna have to put up. I have got a bike pump. Definitely don't watch this if you have a fear of balloons popping. I will say this bike pump has worked amazingly. I'm taking a bit of a gamble with this random tape, but I think it's to kind of join them together in these little clusters. So I'm just like getting a bit, cutting it, which I don't know if I'm supposed to do that. So I've basically blown up all of the balloons. As you can see, it's taking up quite a significant space in my living room. Not gonna lie, I'm absolutely knackered from blowing all these balloons up and my hands are like stained red, but we're ready to start assembling. What I think I'm gonna do is like start in this corner and assemble up and then do this. So I have like 2 poles and then try and join them in the middle. But like, it doesn't come with anything to like put them on. So I don't really know if it's gonna be self-standing or if I needed to have like an arch to be attaching them to. But that's like propped up. So there must be something behind it. I just don't understand how you would get this to like stand up on its own. It's definitely one of those days where I've basically spent the whole day blowing up all the balloons, and I thought this was a really good idea this morning. I now no longer think it's a good idea and I'm like done, but my house is full of balloons. So I have to keep going. Okay, I watched a very quick tutorial. Basically this like random piece of tape stuff that we have, you just attach the balloons one by one in this and it somehow magically will become a balloon arch, and then I think we stick on the smaller balloons and the fun balloons to like jazz it up a bit. Okay, I think I figured it out, and we now have like a pretty solid run. I'm just attaching the balloons, and I'm like varying it from like the big ones to the medium-sized ones. To be honest, I'm just doing it randomly because I think there's any way I'm going to be able to do it to get it to match the photo. The one thing I still don't know is how I would get this to remain upright. Obviously, it's looking quite small, but I do feel like it's maybe my own fault because I obviously cut so much off that tape, putting it all together, thinking that that was the way to do it. I can't quite remember where we left off, but I have attached all of the balloons to that like strip of tape or whatever it's called. Obviously, because I cut off a bunch to like assemble them in quads before I actually knew what I was supposed to be doing, this is not the full length. So my solution is going to be, we're just going to put it like up here, like that, and it's going to be like a half arch type vibe. But now I need to figure out how to actually attach it. It came with this tape stuff, and I think I'm going to use that to like tie it around the edge of this like metal pole, and then hopefully it will just dangle. This is so much harder than it actually looks. I've tied one piece there, another piece there. I feel like that looks quite good, but you can't see the full like extent of it. Like, I actually think that it looks pretty good. From a distance you can't tell, but in person there's lots of these like holes and gaps and like less nice looking bits, and I suppose that's where the little balloons come in and we like stick them in all the gaps. I think I've actually got the general gist. I've just stuck that one and that one on and they look absolutely perfect. So I'm gonna put like a present down the bottom here, and so you just like stick these glue dot things onto the balloons. They definitely stick so much better on the normal balloons than on the foil balloons. So, and then sort of just stick it, and then we'll put the star there. I will say I am actually very pleasantly surprised with how kind of easy this has been to do. Present, candy cane, all of the little ones. I put one star here. I feel like as soon as the radiator comes on, this is probably all just going to pop. And then I did another star up there, and it kind of like tears along to the end. And that's it. But I think it looks great. I think that's as far back as I can get you without like being outside. Oh, I actually think it turned out incredible. B&M did not pay me to say this, but like this, honestly, is 100% worth the money if you need a balloon arch. In fact, there was so much leftovers, but that's my fault. That's because I cut the piece of tape that comes with this. Don't cut the piece of tape that it comes with. You're not supposed to do that. Given my zero knowledge and experience, I'm very chuffed with how this turned out. No idea what I'm going to do with it now. I can't really keep it here. Like, I take meetings at my desk in there, and the people on the corner will be like, what the hell are you doing? So I also can't walk under it. I reckon if I popped just this balloon, I'd maybe be okay. But yeah, thanks for coming along on this journey. I might go on a hunt to see if I can find any other random cheap balloon arches. I did see this one in the range that was, I think, $6.99, $7.99. I don't know, I'll pop the screen. So maybe we go and try that one next. Let me know if you want to see that.